So just so you know, when you operate your solution switch, it's not going to light up until the head is rotating, until you engage the drive head like this, and you'll see the solution switch light up. So now we'll engage the vacuum. And you can see it, but these wood supports, they're really, it's really just support. This will come right off. You could leave the side pieces on and take these top pieces of wood off. All right, so just give you an idea what's inside the skid here. Again, this is the Twintec TT1120 from NaceCare. We've got our vacuum recovery tank, which is 11 gallons. We have our 20-inch drive block. This is what you'll attach your scrubbing pad to. And then we have our squeegee, which is the parabolic squeegee for pickup. And just your mounting knobs here. Owner's manual. This unit probably weighs about 250 pounds, and that probably is with water in it. It's really not that heavy of a unit. Very manageable, you know, in and out of a work van. Particularly if someone's, you know, used, like a gym floor contractor is used to using, you know, rider equipment with a riding cart and two 12-inch sanders. This is pretty light. So, and that is because it is electric, you know, corded. It's much lighter than the battery operated units. So recovery tank is just going to sit in the unit. Again, this is really made for transportation, so you're going to be able to take this apart in all three of these pieces very easily. We're kind of color coded with regard to which hose goes where. So you'll see two hoses. You know, one is coming up from the parabolic squeegee, and then the other is going to go into your recovery tank. So red on red, black on black. So we have a standard 20-inch drive block. It does have very common clutch to put on the drive here, and then to put in the pad, you'll remove this center puck, pop it on. That's going to be the retainer for the center of your pad, and those are typical across all the colors: red, black, blue, green, and white, and they all refer to the stiffness and thickness of the pad. So we'll put this assembly on. we'll just pop out center. And then to put the head down, we have a lock here on the side that keeps this in transport mode. So we'll just pop that in, and the head will go down with the shield. So that's going to retain your water and keep the splatter down. And you're looking about, when speaking of splatter, you're looking at about 180 RPMs on this, which makes for, you know, a really good buffer to be screening a floor with. That's a good scratch pattern at 180 RPMs. So adding the parabolic squeegee for your fluid collection after your scrub, very easy. You'll see that this handle assembly, this is your lift assembly here. We're going to lift it up. These are the knobs that you're going to attach to this plate here, this stainless steel plate. And the hand knobs clockwise. Now I'm going to lower this just so you can see the connection of the vacuum hose. And this vacuum hose is lower on all of the hose assembly, just so you know it's for the squeegee. The squeegee itself, very easy to put on. The blade changes are very easy with your rings here to pop out the squeegees, put new ones in. You can adjust the casters for the height of the squeegee and collection very easily. It's a good system. And so these transport wheels here, very good for going up and down steps, up and down curbs, you know, in and out of the job site. You've got gray non-marking wheels on the side here. So again, real well thought out, easy to disassemble. If you see on the side, I'm going to lift up the head here, and you hear that lock in. So I'm in transport mode now, and if you look at the side here, this is going to be emptying your recovery tank if you wanted to keep the unit assembled, but you could also take this whole unit off and bring it into, you know, a janitor's sink, something that might be on the ground in a closet, to empty it. You can also empty, if you don't use all of your solution, you can empty your solution into that same sink here. So that clear hose is emptying the clean water tank. And if your solution is colored, you know, some of them are blue, some of them are purple, depending on what the cleaning solution is, you will see a level as it comes up here to match the max fill, which is on the tank here. But the tank's not clear, obviously, so you can use this clear hose as a sight gauge for that. And again, on the top, on the recovery tank, you're going to just pull these in. This lid would come off, and you're going to see the float. So when this float, if you have 11 gallons worth of recovered material or debris, this is going to close off. You'll hear the pitch change. You'll no longer really be gathering any material through the vacuum, and then you'll want to empty it. This is a filter in here, so if things get clogged, you can rinse those out. There is a solid particulate catch here. So on the electric cable, we're looking at between 65 and 70 feet that it comes with. Now, the gym floor contractors that are running extra cable in addition to this, so we will upgrade this cable from 14 gauge to 12 gauge for you, and the corresponding plugs that work just a standard 110 outlet. And this is a 110 machine. You have a circuit breaker here, and then again, this is switched for your fluid solenoid motor and for your vacuum. So vacuum on the left and fluid on the right. You can adjust the height of this handle to whichever is the most comfortable. Again, that's your breaker reset. And then to operate, there's your safety, is the yellow, down, and operate. And that'll engage the drive head for spinning the pad. So we're ready to operate. Just to give you a demonstration on solution flow, vacuum recovery, rotation on the pad, that kind of thing, out of transport mode into operation. We're plugged into our 110 outlet here. We are going to adjust our flow. I'm just going to turn it all the way up here so that you can see this adjusts our solenoid solution flow that's going to shower over the pad. And we're all the way up. If you go vertical on this here, that is off. So we are all the way on. So as far as, again, adjustment here is going to be to your comfort level. We have filled the solution tank on the bottom, again, our recovery tank. And then we have switches for vacuum and for the solenoid for dispersing solution. And I'm just going to let solution flow so you can see, you know, with the valve all the way open, how much solution comes out, and then we'll come back and vacuum it up. So just so you know, when you operate your solution switch, it's not going to light up until the head is rotating, until you engage the drive head like this, and you'll see the solution switch light up. So now we'll engage the vacuum. I'll have my back to you when I go back because I want you to see picking up. And how that parabolic squeegee spun with me. And I've got 3 passes with just solution and only 1 pass with the squeegee to pick it up. So you can see what a good job that does picking that up. Again, this is a 20-inch path. You should be able to operate this unit and scrub and clean probably about 20,000 feet an hour operating for cleaning and vacuuming Now that doesn't account for emptying and all of that, but about 20,000 feet an hour is what they rate this machine at. Again, you're at 180 RPMs on the pad, 20-inch pad, and plenty of vacuum area to get that swing to pick up the fluid that inevitably when you make your turns is going to get heavy, you know, on the turn. All right, so we're at our utility closet. You know, we have a mop sink in here, and pretty standard for a commercial facility, particularly a gym floor contractor using this, or a school. You're going to have a facility about like what I'm about to enter to empty out the vacuum recovery tank. So this is the hose from the vacuum unit itself. It's in the bottom of the chassis. This is the hose that's being collected from the squeegee. There's little handles right here. So we're going to bring the head in here, and then any recovered material in there. Cover that back up. So if you have any questions with the NaceCare TT1120 auto scrubber, you can give us a call at 800-737-1786 or go to cityfloorsupply.com.